Hi everyone, and welcome to a new video with Code with Sally. I'm super excited because finally the Agentforce new builder and Agentforce Studio and Agentforce Agent Script are now available. So I saw today in the morning there was an announcement that there is like Agentforce recipes, Agent Script recipes that we can go through, and Salesforce made it available, which is a great, huge step for us to learn. So I went through GitHub and I found like they have detailed step by step how to open and like set up the org or like set up like the recipes to be in our org. So I just want to go through the steps with you and see how it will go. I will be sharing, they have here a new article today explaining the benefit of Agent Script and that it's a new way of defining our agent to balance between like give it the sense of some deterministic steps when we want it to be deterministic and when we want it to rely only on LLM. So it's a way to get control over, I believe more it will be the steps or the logic for the instructions that we used to do in the past without like any specific orders. And I will start my journey to learn the Agent Script. So I want to start it with you, and that's why I thought like I will try to run the steps and configure my org while I have you with me here in this video. So if someone wants to follow along, they can, and if they want to go through it through GitHub alone, they can too. So I'll be sharing the link for the article, and also for each recipe they have within GitHub like a README file for it. So if you go for Force app, and like they have here in the main, they have multiple. For example, there is recipes for knowing the language essential, and it's a new programming language that we'll use just for the script for the agent. So they are like the most famous example when we start a new programming language is Hello World. So we have the same here. So they have like a README file that explain how the agent will work, some concepts and how we can use it. And I believe they have as well some samples of like prompts we can use to test each of those use cases. So they have another view for it within the Salesforce documentation. They have like each of those, like again, recipes here. So if you prefer to go through it through GitHub, you can. Otherwise, like you will have them here, language essential, hello world, language settings. So they have an idea what's the agent and what's the concept and how it works in the code snippet. So they have the explanations. I would go through them myself one by one because I want to learn. But first, in order to learn, I need to have them in my org. And I want to show you, this is a brand new org here. If I go to the app launcher, and you have to make sure that the org you will be using has Agentforce Studio. And I believe because it's just launched, some orgs I use, I try to access Agentforce Studio. I got an error that the app is not accessible. So maybe some orgs won't have it, or it will take some time until it's available for them, for those orgs. So make sure if you will be trying out the recipes in one of the orgs that you have the Agentforce Studio. So here we have 0 agent, nothing. It's brand new. So let's go here and go back, and we'll go through like the steps or like the README file for GitHub and set it up. So first of all, they are checking like they are giving 2 options or 2 sets of steps. One of them is to use it within your developer edition or playground, or if you prefer to work with Scratch org. Today I'll be testing this on a new developer edition I created that has Agentforce Data Cloud enabled for them. Here we have a prerequisite that we have to check that our CLI is version 2.113.6 or greater. So let's see, like here, they will be giving us the command to run and see what's the version we have. So I would go here, open a new terminal, and I would say here, what's my version? And it gave me that I have 2.114.5. So I'm good in terms of my CLI. If you have an older version and you need to upgrade, again, they gave us here the command that will be running in the terminal, SF update. Or if you don't have it all, like you don't have CLI at all, you will be using this command to install it. So in my org, I have the right version, so we can move on. As I mentioned, I'll be installing this in my brand new developer org. So first step is to clone the repository. They have here the command to do it. I love to do it in a different way. I'm not a command line person, so I will show you how I usually clone my repository. So let's go here. I took the URL. I go to my Visual Studio Code. I click on the source control icon, and I would say here clone repository, and I put the URL. So I'm saying clone from this URL, and because I did clone it before with other trials, so it's showing me that you have it ready, but I would say I want to clone it again. Most probably you won't get that if you are just starting. And here I will start checking the URL or like the folder in my org where I want to have it. And I will say here, select my destination once I have the the URL that I want. So I will open the repository. I have here Agentforce script recipes. So it cloned everything they have in the repository into my local Visual Studio Code folder that is called Agentforce script. And it's everything they have in the repository came along the recipes, feature recipes, everything. So that's what I did to clone. Again, feel free if you want to clone it using the command. I just wanted to share another way that I like to do it. Here, the next step is to authorize to the org, because here you will see that we have no default org set. So we don't have any connection between this repository or this project and any org. So you want to set our org. So you can, again, either use the command they have, or you can authorize, as I did before in how to set up your Visual Studio Code project using the palette and the command. So let's try to go with the command here. So I go to terminal and I put here. So here it says like you want to open an org and authorize it. I wanted to set it as a default, and I want here the alias for this org to become Agent Script recipes. So I will hit enter, and that should take me to the web browser to enter my username and password. So let's see here, it will open a new tab and it will ask me to enter my username and password. So for the org, so I will put the username of the new org that I created. I want to double check. Okay. And I will have my password and I will click login. So now I'm like putting Visual Studio Code and allowing access to my org. So we do this to get to be connected from Visual Studio Code to our org that we just created. So let's see here, authentication successful. So we are good to go. Next, so we did the login. Now we want to deploy everything we have in Force app directory, our Force app directory. And that's because we cloned the repository. They have Force app directory and folder, and they have the agents and everything here. So that's what we want to be deploying. So let me go here and I'll say here, let's see, it didn't. Okay, close the window. And now it said like I have after closing the window, it said like I got successfully authorized the org. So that's good. Now I will say the deploy. and I'm saying deploy my project to the org using like the folder Force app. So now it's deploying all the metadata and everything we have there, which will include like the scripts, the agents that they created, if there is any custom object flows, Apex. I have no idea yet on what's the content of the recipes, but everything got deployed. So here they will have here like stating component failure. So let's see why it failed. It didn't go through. Okay, I'm getting those errors. So I'm thinking of checking something. I have Einstein disabled. So and it's a new org that I didn't enable Einstein for it before. So let me turn it on and I will try to deploy again. So let me refresh. And I think that makes sense if that was the reason why it's failing, because we need Einstein capabilities to be there. So let's see. And I will try now to deploy and let's see if that will go through this time or not. So I will deploy again everything in the Force app and let's see if it will go through. What I didn't enable as well is the Agentforce agents, but let's see if that will make a difference as well or not. Let's see only the Einstein setup for now, but I guess we would need it as well to be enabled, but let's see. Again, let's see together. And let's refresh here. So here now, after I enabled Einstein, we were saying we don't have access. Now we see that we don't have any agents. So I am optimistic that fixed the issue. So let's go and see the deployment. The deployment is still going and now it's at 100%. So that was the reason. So it's good to know. You have, if you're starting a new org where you don't have Einstein enabled already, you have to enable it. Otherwise, like the AI capabilities like AI author bundle, which is the new metadata for this agent, like will fail to be deployed. So again, it got deployed now. Let's see and move to the next step. And I will open here, go to our GitHub. And the next is they need to assign some permission sets to the default user. So I would take it and run it as is. I don't know as of now what are those permission sets and why we need them. But I know that the steps says like we have to assign them or add them to the user. So we got it assigned the two permission sets as per the instructions. Next, they are asking to import some sample data, and I'm sure the reason why they want this, it's a new org, maybe some custom objects were created along the way, and in order for you to be able to test the agents and the recipes they have here, we need to have data in the org so they don't want you while you are trying the recipe or the script to see like unexpected behavior or that it's not working. So yes, they created here some cases. And you can see here we have some custom objects. So they created some data for accounts, custom objects, cases, and all of that will be used in a way or another in the recipes for the agent when you are working on it. So we created that. And next here they have a step that will take you to your Agentforce studio. So you can either take this command and run it in your org as we did from the app launcher, look for Agentforce Studio and you can go directly to that. And we have an app here for the recipes as well that got installed. So here, after we got this deployed and deployed all the recipes, we have here 16 agents. And I noticed as well, after the deployment, we have the agent script recipes app as well added. I didn't see this before. And like, I don't see any tabs or something added to it. But the most important thing that we have the 16 agents that they have for the recipes here, that we can go through them one by one and follow like the steps. And like, again, I would go from the main. I see that they are explaining each of the recipes, what we'll have. And definitely we have to start from the beginning. We want to learn the basics. So we'll start with the language essential. The first is the hello word. So language essential, and you'll find hello world. Again, each of those will have their README file that explain the agent and then how to use it and everything. And it has the metadata that is related to it. So it has the bundle, it has the agent. Again, I'm still learning scripts, agent script. I just started. I just want to share the journey of this learning experience with you. So I thought it's a good thing to see it. So I will be sharing the blog, the link for the Salesforce help, where they have all those recipes listed. I will share the GitHub. And also, this is not just the end for our learning journey for Agent Script together. I'll be digging deeper myself one by one, each recipe, understanding how it works and what is the syntax. And I would love to share my experience and my learning with you as well. I hope you enjoyed this video and look out for more videos.